Welcome once again to the Jason Reuter Coaches Show here on the BCHS Bearettes Network. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey, being joined by Coach Reuter as always, and he brought along a couple of his senior players, a couple of all-district players who very well earned the district honor this year. And Coach, if you want to introduce them again, we've seen them before, but we'll talk to them in a moment. Go ahead and introduce and tell us who you've got with you today.
Certainly. We got Anna Mahonin right here to my direct left, and next to her is Jemiah Williams, two fabulous seniors, two very good basketball players, but even better people. So I'm going to miss them when they leave here, but let's hope that this is not our last coaches show.
Better not be.
It could be, but I pray that it's not. And whatever happens, I know these two are going to give everything they got.
Well, their goal, like yours and mine, is to win another one of these big rings right here. It says State Champions 2019. Didn't get to crown a state champion last year because COVID knocked it out for everyone. But Coach, tonight you're at home against Cookeville. The Lady Cavaliers, a team we have seen in the past. We've played them, I think, 19 times overall. And the history is 12-7 in our favor. But this is one of those games where you throw all that out, it doesn't matter. It's winner, go home tonight. 16 teams in the Region AAA will play. Well, actually only 15 because there's not District 16 doesn't have teams this year, so Region 8 is different. But anyway, if you win tonight, you're going to go play Wednesday night in a championship battle here at Bradley, which guarantees you also a berth into the subsectional or substate, whatever you want to call it, somewhere. But talk about Cookeville. What do you see that concerns you about them? I know you've had to see them on film, and you've probably talked to some coaching friends. And what do you see that concerns you the most about them? They've got this Gallagher girl here is really good.
Yes, they've got a very talented team. You know, their record, they're probably better than their record. I think they're 19-9, but they had a three-way tie up there for first place between Stone Memorial, White County, and Cookeville. They all three beat each other once and lost once. So the thing that concerns me is they got 5 girls on the floor that any time could shoot to three, and they got 5 girls that can put it on the floor and drive to the basket. And some better than others, obviously, but you know, the Gallagher girl is playing really well right now, and
That's a sophomore.
And you get the Graves girl as a junior. Sparkman is their point guard. Gillis is their other. I'd call her the 2 shooting guard, and then there's 5th starter. They sometimes rotate different people, but. We think we know them pretty well. We've got, gosh, we must have 7 to 8 films on them, and we're still compiling some stats as you speak. Coach Belford is working on some stats, but we're trying to, they're pretty balanced like us.
Yeah.
You don't know one night to the next. There's 3 or 4 girls that can lead them in scoring, but we got to keep them out of the lane, and we got to contest to 3, and that's tough to do both. These girls will tell you the girls that I worry about are the ones that can shoot to 3 and drive, and they've got a few that can do both.
Sounds like you're describing what she would be saying about your team with shooters, your drive. Early on, you talked about they can shoot outside, they can penetrate, dribble drive, and all that. That's sort of the way the Bearettes are. Are they deep? Like we've got 10 players deep that we can go. Are they deep on their roster?
I've looked at 5 different films now, and they've. In crunch time, I've seen them play up to 10 people. Yes, so they are deep. The drop-off might be a little more than ours from their first 5 to their next.
Yeah.
But they are deep.
Can we keep up this shooting? We're shooting 3-ball like crazy. I mean, we're shooting over 50% the last few games. It's been amazing. And it's not just one player. Give Carsey Weber her due with what she's been doing. I think 14 in the last 3 games, off the bench even. But then you got every girl on the team. I think we had 6 different players, or 5 at least, hit 3s in the last game.
Could we? Yes.
We're hoping for
Obviously we could. We've proven we can, but you know, the laws of averages. We know that we're shooting 34.6 on the year.
You can't depend on every game.
No, you can't count on. These girls know that. I tell them that. Look. If we shoot like we have the last couple of games, then we would have beaten anybody in state Tennessee. But I hope we do, and we're capable. When Carsey shoots, I think most of us think it's going in, don't we? I mean, when she lets it go, it's like bombs away, you know. Of course, Hannah does her thing inside. July does, you know, she has her specialty with her defense, and I think she hit 1-3 last game. And so I'm not giving away any secrets here. You're going to have to defend us from the three-point line, and that we like inside-out threes the best. We like this girl to my left right here, Anna, to touch it, if possible. And the scouting report is collapsed down on her.
Yeah.
And then we're going to kick it out. Sometimes it's not the first pass. Sometimes it's the second pass that you get it out. We call it the one more pass. And
I hear you hollering that a lot during the game.
One more. And don't repeat anything else I hollered during the game, but you can repeat that.
I've never heard anything that I couldn't repeat.
But if we can keep that up, I think we're playing in our gym. We talk about all the time what an advantage we have here.
Oh, yeah.
We've earned that advantage. Nobody handed that to us. The COVID thing made it a little different. We would have been playing this game tonight at home where there was no COVID.
Right.
So, you know, it's just the way we were set up because we're the number one seed. So let's pray for, I know it's raining this morning outside. Let's pray it's raining for the Bearettes in the gym tonight.
All right. Let me talk to this little youngster over here, Jemiah Williams. We've had her on before. And Jemiah, he mentioned your specialist defense. I'm telling you what, watching you attack the ball when they're bringing the ball up the floor, it would wear me out if I was the opposing girl trying to bring it. Because your speed, I mean, your hands are everywhere, your speed, your quickness, you're always in their way, I guess is one way to put it. And you're making them throw a pass they're not comfortable throwing, which leads us to steal after steal after steal. And quite a few times it'll be a breakaway, easy layup. If it's not you with the ball, it'll be one of our other girls. And I know Coach relies on you for that. And Coach, you're blessed, and you know this, you've said it before. If Jemiah has foul trouble, a situation where she just needs a break, takes a lick, which she took a huge charge for a little girl. A big girl ran through you the other couple games back. I remember that one very distinctly. But you're blessed with the ability to bring someone off the bench, you know, with McKenna or Ashton come in and play the wing for you. In the post, you can bring in Ashton Estrada or Siler Falcon for if Mahonen needs a break or Hannah needs a break, whatever. And that depth shows it may not show up the first quarter, but you can't win a game in the first quarter. You can lose a game in the first quarter, but you can't win a game in the first quarter. That's what a lot of coaches tell you. But, and you've said this before, you're blessed to have a team with skill levels that they have and also the experience level, because you got sophomores playing a huge role on your team, juniors and, of course, seniors that make it easier, maybe, I don't know if that's the right word, to coach them. And you feel okay with putting in a lot of guys where maybe some other coach wouldn't feel that way.
Yes, yeah, we could start. I haven't messed with starting lineup. There's Ashlyn Cretton is playing some of her best basketball right now that she's played since she's been here. Carsey Weber.
Yeah.
Some people think that she's like been hiding in the background, but Carsey's always been able to shoot it. We just haven't been able to put together strings of shooting the way we have, but we can come off with McKenna Miles playing defense. Mm-hmm. We have the luxury of giving people breaks, and I think you saw a Cleveland game, girls. Am I right? I think we had you with 2, Hannah. We had Hannah Jones with 2. We had Sloan Carter with 2.
Yeah.
And we, you know, we went to the halftime up like 1 with 3 starters with 2 fouls, but you know, I thought to myself, I came out 4, Jemiah 2, right?
No, it was everyone but Jemiah.
Everybody won. Kelsey?
Yeah.
Had 4 starters sitting out a big chunk of the first half.
Yep.
And we go to the bench up 1. Go to the locker room up 1. And, you know, I was feeling, okay, you had your chance.
Didn't trouble you too bad.
You had your chance.
Yeah.
You had 4 of our 5 starters out, and obviously we prevailed in that. But so, yeah, I have a luxury a lot of coaches don't have, and I'm blessed to have that. I think everybody's pretty much playing their role right now. I don't think we have anybody that's, if you're not careful, you get listening to the outside noise. And I think we've got a bunch of girls. Obviously, we're human. You know, we like to score, but we've got people that are willing to do whatever it takes to win. And if I need you to come off the bench and just play defense, maybe not shoot so much, that's, you know, the way it's going to be. You know, the reason these threes have been open is because of other players. You know, we've talked about keying down on her and Hannah Jones, and so you take what the defense gives you. You know, we talk about the depth of this team is the strength of this team. You know, there's no saying the strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of different players that can come in, and I wouldn't mind this getting into a fast-paced game tonight. I think it would benefit us if this thing had got up and down the floor a little quicker.
Let me go back to Jemiah. I didn't give you a chance to talk and go. Your defense, though, I mean, you got to be. It's got to be a good feeling when you see that what your efforts are making a difference in the way that the other team is having to react to it. Because you take a team out of their comfort zone, that's what every coach tries to do. Make them do something they don't like to do or can't do. And it starts with you there on the front end of that defense. What do you have to say about that defense?
Normally when I play defense, I just think, well, if I can get a stop, it gets everybody else hype, and the energy is just good, and then I think we just play better overall, and it starts off with good defense.
Well, it's nothing more, to me, would be nothing more devastating than to have the ball in my hands, and all of a sudden I've lost the ball because somebody took it away. Now the other team has scored. So, man, that's 4-point swing, really, when you look at it like that. We lost an opportunity to score. The other team scores on us. And that's not a good thing on the offense there. Anna Mahonen, bound for Lee University here in town, your senior year. Third year you've got to play. You missed all that second year with that gruesome injury to your ankle there. How do you think the team is playing right now? What do you see? Where do the efforts have to be to win tonight and all that?
I think that we're playing really good together as a team, because there's not just we don't have just one star who's going to carry every night. I mean, we have leading scorer. It's a different one every night, and so I like to know that, like, if I'm not scoring as much or if I'm not having as good as a game, I know that the girl next to me is going to pick it up, and so we're going to figure out a way to win.
Well, you know you're going to get defense going to collapse on you every time that ball comes inside, because they've seen you over the years and they know what to expect. You're getting beat up, physically beat up. I mean, it's a non-contact sport, but you're getting shoved, pushed, knocked, and kicked around in there quite a bit. And you've got to feel that. That's got to wear you down somewhat, I guess.
I mean, I feel it, but to me, it just makes me more, like, it makes me mad, so it makes me want to, like, go harder. I mean, I'm not going to let somebody push me and, like, me just stop. Like, that's not how I operate. And
like Coach says, they like that inside-out shot. You're getting a lot of assists where you're just kicking the ball right back to someone who's hot or open or whatever, and that helps. It helps everybody as a team and all that. But Coach, I know you don't like to look ahead, but who do you see the two teams coming out of Region 4 that's going to oppose Region 3 in a sub-state? Who's the strong teams over there? Is it Riverdale and someone else?
The number one team, I think, is Blackman.
Blackman.
They won the district tournament. They beat Riverdale pretty handily, and then they won the district championship against Oakland. So, but I think, believe it or not, Steers Creek, the team you saw us beat on the last second shot, they didn't make the region. They got upset by Rockville.
Wow.
So, and then Rockville got blown out by Blackman. That's basketball for you. I mean, something could happen, but they. I think Blackman has won. Coffee County would be number 2 coming out of the other district.
Blackman, Coffee,
they're something like 25-1, 27-1.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think Coffee and Blackman are your 2 best teams. Riverdale could, obviously they could. They're third probably, but Coffee's got the best team they've had since I've been coaching that I can remember.
Well, and that's all neither here nor there until we win a couple of games ourselves, and we've got the big one tonight with Cookville. Of course, we need all of the fans to be there. This time of year, are you more focused, when you see video, are you focused on what that team that you're watching did to beat their opponent, or are you looking to see if you can find a weakness in the team that you're going to play? I guess that would be...
Well, I'm looking at what their strategy is, and I'm looking at their offensive patterns. And so we practiced yesterday for an hour and 30 minutes and watched video for 40 minutes. You try to simulate what they do, but you can only do so much. It comes down to fundamentals. I mean, you got 2 days to get ready. Mm-hmm. You better be careful. If you better make sure you're doing what you need to do.
Right. Yeah.
And look, we went over about 6 of their plays yesterday, but when you get out there in the heat of the battle and the sweat's dripping down your face and the heart is beating and the fans are yelling, you've got to rely on your fundamentals. And how do you handle ball screens? How do you handle back screens? Do you box out? Do you close out? Our defense is designed to work a certain way. You know, we don't want to get beat to the middle. And so I'm looking for other teams' strengths, who their best players are, what they like to do. And after that, it's all about the Bearettes. Yeah, how we're going to attack them. Yeah.
Well, Jemiah, you guys watch a lot of film. Do you like to watch film, or you rather be out there shooting the ball yourself and playing or whatever?
I think watching film, it gets us to know, like.
So you looking at the girl that you're going to have to defend against, that what you're trying to key on there, I guess?
Yeah, and it like kind of helps me in a way of how close I need to be when I'm guarding somebody. If they can shoot, then I need to be closer. Just, it helps a lot, I think.
I guess your speed, you're not the tallest person on the team. You're probably about the shortest.
Yeah,
and you're probably matched up against someone who's never shorter than you, I guess, but a little taller in a lot of cases. But anyway, you're doing a great job. I mean, I know Coach relies on you to get things cranked up and going, and defense is what he always harps on. That's how we win the games. That's how we win championships and all. And Anna, you're in the middle there. I mean, how many times this year have we seen you block or Hannah block a shot? I mean, we're always. I was going to ask you before we get back to you, Cookville, are they a tall team? Are they normal size? Or
well, I'd call them a normal size team. Their biggest girl's about 5'11", then they go about 5'9", then they start a guard that's about 5'10", 5'11", then they start another guard that's point guard's 5'7", and then the other girl is about 5'6", 5'7". So they're not small, but they don't have anyone quite as big as Anna, and it'll be interesting to see how they guard us tonight. Are they going to double down? Are they going to play behind? I think what we're seeing, they played man-to-man on every film I've got this year. Where last year, we played them in the quarterfinals last year, and they zoned the whole time. This year, they went man-to-man. So we're prepared either way.
Coach Gillies, who's there, Jamie Gillies, I believe is her first name. This is her 3rd year, I guess, after she replaced the other coach there forever. Her daughters play.
Mindy Odom was the coach.
Mindy Odom, yes. Couldn't think of her name. Her daughters, are they, do they start for her?
One of them starts every game at number 12, and the other one is that 5th spot. Sometimes starts, sometimes doesn't. Yeah.
Well, Mahonen, what's going to be your strategy tonight? I mean, you can score some points if you can, but rebounding, blocking shots.
I'm just going to do what I do.
Do your
every
thing.
game, yeah. I don't go in thinking I need to do this and that. You just really have to see how the flow of the game goes, and you got to figure it out as you go, really.
Well, you've gotten a lot of points this year off of some great assists from folks that see you when you get open. But here lately, the team's they're shutting you down, trying to shut you down. I mean, you're still getting your share of points. Of course, you're averaging almost 14 points a game. Hannah Jones averaging almost 14 points a game. And I think everybody on the team that's starting and coming off the bench is getting 6, 7, 8 points a game average. And you're averaging 61 or 2 points.
64.3.
64.3. Defensively, though, what are you giving up?
32.6.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a better than 30-point average margin of victory. But every step gets tougher now, though.
Yeah, it is. We've played some teams that's not been very challenging, and I'm not trying to offend those teams. We just
Right.
One of my concerns is we've not played some really tough down the stretch games down the end of the year, but we can't control that. But I will say this: our girls have done what they're supposed to do against the weaker opponents. You've not seen us stumble our toe and beat somebody by 12 that we should beat by 30 or 6 or 5, whatever. So our girls are doing what they're supposed to do, and this will be the toughest team we've played in several weeks. Yeah.
Well, it's that time of year when you'll be playing on stuff
Yeah.
all the time. Let me ask you this, too. Going back to when you first started 11 years ago, how has coaching changed in those 11 years, technology-wise? I know you go back 10 years, we didn't have all the neat stuff we have now, and you've got a guy, your assistant coach, Adam Belford, he's a great guy to have to look at film,
Well, I mean,
scout the other team for you and all
Yeah.
that. And
you said 11 years ago. That's when I took over the Bearettes, but I've been
Yeah.
coaching 28 years. But yeah, we went from VHS cassettes and
swapping films with
films and meeting actually driving halfway and meeting someone. When you get down to the tournament time, you'd meet at a restaurant or a gas station, and you'd call somebody, and we didn't even have cell phones when I first started coaching.
Yeah.
So since I've taken over as head coach, we now have something called the huddle, that we can trade films in just 10 seconds. I can send you any film that I have, and it's actually, the technology is great, but it actually makes you put in more hours.
Yeah. I
I probably would have 1 or 2 films on Kufel back in the old days. Now I've got 9, and I can't rest till I watch all 9 of them. So
Goodness gracious.
yeah, so it's the technology it's helped us, but it's put more work. If you're serious about it, it's put more work on you. But I'm glad we have it.
I think you'd qualify as serious about your job.
Well,
It shows in the success we've had.
Well, I appreciate that, but it's really about these girls over here. It's not about me. I mean, I got a bunch of girls that believe in what we're doing. They're playing really hard, and we've had that for years. And I said, as long as I'm having fun, and I got girls that run through the wall for the Bradley Central High School and the Bearettes, then it's a fun, pleasurable thing to do. If it gets to that point, then I'll think about something else. Yeah.
Time to retire and hang it up there then. Well, we're going to wrap up the show here. Jemiah Williams, Anna Mahonen, a couple of our great seniors, all district players for regular season. Appreciate y'all joining us today. We'll let you get back to class here in just a moment. Coach Reuter, as always, we appreciate you being here as well. Remember tonight, folks, come out to Bradley Central High School. 7 o'clock tip-off, the region quarterfinals. Semifinals. If you win tonight, you'll play Wednesday night and also Saturday night somewhere. But you need to win tonight to stay alive, or your season will be over. Remember, when you come to Bradley's, ticket prices are $8 and $5 for students. And you must wear your mask to get in. You must have your temp checked. Then you come in and enjoy the game. Encourage you all to be there. I'd like to thank the students here again at Studio H12, Mr. Gwen Schroyer, for their help in getting shows produced. Until next time, we'll have another interview next week, Coach, because we're going to win. We're going to win a couple, 3 games this week. This is Gary Ownbey. I'm being your host, saying so long for now. God bless, and go Bearettes.